Fundamentals of Zoroastrian Faith, Part 10. Under the early Orthodox caliphs, as long as the non-Muslims paid their taxes and adhered to Zammi's law, the administrators were enjoined to leave non-Muslims in their religion and their land. Caliph Abu Bakr, quoted in Boyce, 1979, page 146. Under the Abbasid rule, Muslim Iranians, who by then were in majority, in many instances showed severe disregard for and mistreated local Zoroastrians. For example, in the 9th century, a deeply venerated cypress tree in Khorasan, which Parthian era legend supposed had been planted by Zoroaster himself, Zarathustra himself, was felled for the construction of a palace in Baghdad, 2,000 miles, 3,200 kilometers away. In the 10th century, on the day that Tower of Silence had been completed, at much trouble and expense, a Muslim official contrived to get up onto it and call the azan, the Muslim call for prayer, from its walls. This was turned into a pretext to annex the building. Ultimately, Muslim scholars like al-Biruni found few records left of the belief of, for instance, Khwarizmians, because figures like Qutayba ibn Muslim extinguished and ruined in every possible way all those who knew how to write and read Khwarizmi writings, who knew the history of the country, who studied their sciences, and as a result these things were involved in so much obscurity that it is possible to obtain an accurate knowledge of the history of the country since the time of Islam. Conversion. Though subject to a new leadership and harassment, the Zoroastrians were able to continue their former ways, although there was a slow but steady social and economic pressure to convert, with the nobility and city dwellers being the first to do so, while Islam was accepted more slowly among the peasantry and landed gentry. Power and worldly advantage now lay with the followers of Islam, and although the official policy was one of aloof contempt, there were individual Muslims eager to proselytize and ready to use all sorts of means to do so. In time, a tradition evolved by which Islam was made to appear as partly Iranian religion. One example of this was legend that Hussein, Hazrat Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wassalam, son of the fourth caliph, Hazrat Mawla Ali Mushkil Kusha Sher Khuda Karamallahu Ta'ala Wajhu, and grandson of Islam's prophet, Hazrat Ahmad Mujtaba Muhammad Mustafa Sallallahu Ta'ala Alaihi wa alihi wa sahbihi wasallam, had married a captive Sassanid princess named Shahar Banu. She was the princess of the royal emperor of Iran, who fell to Muslims, and the daughter of the emperor was married to the grandson of the prophet, Sayyid al-Shuhada, Hazrat Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wassalam. Well, we believe it is in the history, but this article has given a false report on it, and the article say the wholly fictitious figure was said to have borne Hussein as son, the historical fourth Shia Imam, who claimed that the caliphate rightly belonged to him and his descendants, and that the Umayyads had wrongfully wrestled it from him. The alleged descent from the Sassanid house counterbalanced the Arab nationalism of the Umayyads, The Iranian National Association with Zoroastrian past was disarmed